Wonders, big news today. We have a brand new event, the Compass to Carnage. This is going to be running all the way through May 26th. You're going to be getting more Chaos Waves. You're going to be earning increased Infernal Horde compasses. And I know that the Infernal Hordes is pretty mixed. There are people that either love it or people that really hate it. I absolutely love it. And I really love it, especially on the Ancient Barbarian build, because I can do a lot of editing and I can keep up with things and I can just do things like this because all the bros do all of the work for you. You just hold down the controller button or one of your buttons and you just kill things as you're editing. So if you guys want to check out this build, in the description of the video, let all your ancient bros come and do some work for you in the Infernal Hordes. You're going to be getting increased ether, which means more rewards. And if you're looking for gold, doing the Infernal Hordes is actually relatively good. Even just 800 ether is about 100 million gold, somewhere around there, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. And with all of the increased drops, could be like several 100 million gold in about 10 to 15 minutes. So this is happening right now. You can log in. Chaos begets chaos when fighting in the Infernal Hordes. Expected increase for Chaos Waves, which means more ether, so that means more materials, more gems, a lot of that. That's not the best part about today for a lot of people out there, especially you Sorks. We're going to get into that in just a second. I haven't even logged into the game yet, and I haven't even got to try it, but there has been a whole bunch of bugs right now that have been making some people do some crazy, crazy stuff, and it looks like it's been fixed today. We got an update on the developer's platform here for one of the Blizzard posts. We have a hotfix. Fix an issue where Bloodlance was dealing far more damage than intended under certain circumstances. Fix an issue where Warlock's Eviscerate Fragment could deal unintended damage when paired with Paingorger's Gauntlets. And the big one here for everybody, and I know people are going to be incredibly happy about this, fix an issue where Ball Lightning was not a core skill. Developers note, the tooltip for Ball Lightning will continue to not show the tag, but it will function as a core skill. The tooltip will be updated with the next client patch. Generally, big fixes where tags and stuff happen, from what I've seen in the past, they have to do client updates. So it looks like in order to get this back to everybody, they just kind of made it work, and then they're going to fix the tags later on. Huge, huge win for all of you Sorks out there that want to play Ball Lightning. This is going to be allowing everybody to fly around and do some pretty crazy, insane damage. So for anybody out there that is new to the Infernal Hordes and to Diablo 4, we had a lot of people come back that maybe even played the game before the Infernal Hordes was added in. They're seeing this for the first time. It can be pretty daunting. I do have a guide that was done a long time ago, but I'll be redoing it. This is still relevant. This is a tier list of all of the best choices that you can take and how to take them. I do have a guide right here that is a video guide if you do want to watch it. This will be in the description of the video as well. You can take it, but this will list out all of the choices that you want to make, and we have all of them right here, going from Est all the way down to some of the optional choices that you will see now and then that doesn't really actually affect any of the other choices. But when you're doing the Infernal Hordes, you actually don't want to try and pick just random options. You want to be able to pick ones that are going to build a build. You can actually have builds inside of the Infernal Horde. Some of the strongest ones are going to be your Ether Fiends. You can really, really juice them, especially if you go into the Ether Lords. They are absolutely crazy, and that was actually the clip that you saw. This is one of the Ether Lords events that's happening in one of the Chaos Waves, and you can see them all on the top of the screen. They're just spawning, and they drop so much because you can juice them. If you juiced regular Ether Fiends, it also juices the Ether Lords, and then some of the Ether Lord upgrades are absolutely crazy. So this is a really, really great option when you're looking into building up something for the Infernal Hordes. You're going to want a big area clearing build, especially if you're going to do it solo. If you're not going to do it solo, you can come over to the social menu on the mouse and keyboard. It's the O button. You go to find a party, and you can actually list for the Infernal Hordes. You don't even have to have a key. You can just advanced search. You can pick the torment tier that you want to go to. You can pick any expansion. If you only have the base game, you can select the base game. And then you search, and then you join a party for the Infernal Hordes. You don't even need a key. Hop in. It gives you more ether, more people, and you also get 10% more experience for being in a party. Having that alongside of everything else is going to be a really great way to farm during this event. Now, I'm just waking up, I'm just getting into the game. In my planners, I have all of the bug fixes that are going on for any of the Barbarian builds. Right now, there's a couple of them that have been happening. I'm going to go test them. They weren't in any of the patch notes. Hopefully, there were some just quick changes that they threw in there that they didn't fix, but I will keep this up to date. So if anybody has been following along with any of the Barbarian builds, this has been staying up to date. Right now, Anger Management is currently overriding the damage from Battle Mad, so you can't use those two together. So if you are playing a build that has those two, make sure that you take off Battle Mad. Don't take off Anger Management. Anger Management is incredibly important. Leave that on. That's how you gain Berserking. There are builds out there where you really won't need it because you can get Berserking other ways, but for most of the builds, Anger Management is going to give you Berserking 100% of the time. For aspects like Earthstriker and for Battle Mad, they both talk about swapping weapons. You don't actually have to swap weapons in order to take advantage of these. There's two separate lines. The first line is something that you gain when you swap weapon, and the second line is just damage that you gain when you have a buff. So as long as you have those buffs, you still gain the damage. Then we're looking at Crusher. Unfortunately, Crusher isn't working with two-handed maces, which is what a lot of the Whirlwind builds are running right now, is going to be a two-handed mace. So you want to replace that with something else. I've seen things running with Exploit, running with Challenger, several different options, but don't run Crusher if you're going to be running a two-handed mace. It does work with a one-handed mace setup, just not a two-handed mace setup. Hellbent Commander is currently not giving damage to Rallying Cry, so you can replace that with something like Vehement Sprawler. We did test Warpath works correctly. So if you're running those and you're running one of the ancient builds, don't use that. And something that I'm going to be adding in, which I don't know if it's a bug or not, and I don't know if they did it as intended or not, but Ramalodnes is not affecting any of your ancients. I'm assuming it's probably a bug. I'm not 100% sure if that was their intention, because it would have been super strong or what. But we don't resource stack with the ancient builds, so we don't really run Selig. We do have a Selig version if you just don't feel like dying and you want to just comfortably move around through Torment 12. You can do that too. And to my knowledge, I believe that the weapon expertise is currently not working as well with any of the ancients, which means that whatever selection you choose under your technique for your polearm, I don't believe that this is affecting the damage of the ancients. I think it's going to affect the damage of your skills, but not the ancients' damage itself, alongside of your arsenal selection. I'll do a little bit more testing. I'll put it into the planners today. And if that's the case, you can run whatever weapons you want. If you want to run a dual wield setup because you have the flashy new Thunder Fury setup, you can do that. If you're running the Hand of Ragnaros and you want to do that too, you can do that too. It's really going to be completely up to you if that is the case. Hopefully we see those fixes coming soon. I don't know if it's going to happen this season or not, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. And of course, we can't do a video without showing off the ancient bros. This is what the build looks like right here. This is going to be running the, I still haven't come up with a name with it, the Speed Screaming build, the Run Scream build, the Screamathon build, I don't know. But you basically just run around and you just hold down all your shouts. We've got it down so that our shouts are only 2.5 seconds. And we're running Alacrity. Alacrity is reducing the defensive skills. And what's very cool is, as a Barbarian, we have added in the new one-handed mythic sword, the Eldruin. So that is giving us even further cooldown reduction. Leap here is just for the fun of it. It actually helps us build overpower stacks a little bit faster. So we're using Leap, and we're running something like Banished Lord's Talisman. And you just hold down all of your buttons, and I'm playing on a controller. So playing on a controller is nice and easy. You just hold down the buttons and you go. So we've harnessed Bold Chieftain, Alacrity, and the new Mythic Sword to do that. And you can just stare at whatever you're doing. You can watch a TV show and you can just run around in a circle, and it is absolutely so much fun. The last thing I'm going to leave you with before you head out today is make sure you join the Discord. The link will be in the top of the description of the video. There are people that are playing constantly. The Discord server is blowing up. We have an incredibly active trade channel. If this is something that you want to do, if you have some gear that you want to offload, you can hop in, trade your gear, get some loot. We also have a class channel for every single class in the game. There's people in voice chat, always hanging out together, playing. And we do have 3 in-game clans, but the clan queue is a little bit long. Fortunately, we do treat Discord as the clan, so no matter what, if you're there, you're part of the clan. That's all I got for you today. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you share it with your friends. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm live every night. I would love it if you stopped by, said hi, here you crafted with me. Catch you on the flip side.